let's see if I am getting out live, and I am. And a very good evening to you, everybody. It is March 9th, 2020. It is 7:49 p.m. Eastern. No, it's not Eastern, it's Pacific Daylight Savings Time. What are you thinking about? Hey, Laura, how are you? Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Boy, didn't I get the messages today. Are you ever going live, Rosie? We miss you. Are you ever going live? Yeah. What's up, Juice? How you doing? Juice is a survivor, yeah. Oklahoma tough, yeah. How you doing, Dave? Hello. I know, Jen, it's been a while. I've been awful busy. I've been texting, but there's been a million things going on. Here. Hey, Kitten Cat, nice to see you. Hello, Valerie, nice to see you. I'm going to talk about that. Obviously, we got Wild Days. And I've been doing a couple videos about that. I'm not going to take time to go over that. I've done a couple videos on the Murphy channel and one over here about events of the day. Just my opinion. I'm nothing special, that's for sure. But I do have opinions on things, and I do have a keen eye on history. Yeah, man. Jones in for Rosie. Nice to see you, Laura. Nice to see you. Yeah, man. Something about Jay Haze I want to then... travel threats and plan changes I want to get into, and then the main topic tonight is you reap what you sow on YouTube. And it always astounds me on YouTube when people are kind of surprised when they get back what they put into YouTube. I often think YouTube is like social media, is like a perfect mirror to see oneself, and you may like it, you may not like what you see. Sometimes you like what you see, sometimes you don't. Hello, Joe Smith. Nice to see you. Hello, Goldie Khan and Carrie Joe. A lot of new people on the channel, and I am grateful for that. Obviously, it has been really busy lately. I do have a lot of things to cover off. Let's see. Hellos to you, Bree. Hello. So give a couple minutes to let everybody kind of pile in this evening. So it's nice to see Kitten Cat's been awful busy. I know. Christina, hello. How are you? And Spirit's Heart, nice to see you too. If you didn't, how you doing, Lolly? Hey, Larry. There are. Hey, Lisa, Canadian chick. There are. As I was saying in the beginning, I did put up a couple videos on the Rosie Murphy channel about just to look at the past, about the presidency and panics and what that may portend. History never exactly repeats itself, but because human nature never really changes, we do tend to repeat the same mistakes, only on a larger scale and a larger magnitude. Nice to see you, Heidi. Hello to you. It's nice to see you around. Hi, Vicky. How are you? So, yes, I am still alive. I've not been kidnapped. Hello, Quinny. I just feel like I was quite busy today. I was talking to a lot of people on the phone, people from some of the old days, people from China and Hong Kong that I hadn't talked to for quite a while. We're just scrabbling around about markets and things like that. So thank you very much. Is it iPoor? Thank you very much. Yes, Jay did post that interview. It's called The Real Jay Haze, The Real Jai Haze. Thank you, Valerie. Hey, Mrs. Wombat. Jay Haze, I can't thank him enough for the courtesy he extended me. What was going to be a 45-minute to an hour interview ended up being something on the order of almost an hour and a half, I think. We did have some technical issues at the beginning. I'd never Skyped before with anybody, so trying to get the Skype going. Thank you, T-Bone. Trying to get the Skype going and all that was promising. Thank you, Joe Smith. Kitten Cat, I'm not really sure, since Elvis has departed the rancho. I think we've texted maybe 2 times in the last week or so. you know, which is fine by me. I got my own life to live now, as I said before. I did my own thing. I did the very best I could. I can't control the world. I can't control the way people feel about things, and I'm not the kind of person that has to worry about running a troll chat. I've never been, and I don't expect to be. And I guess things are going well, and that's good. So. Yeah, T-Bone is finally here. So good. Okay, well, thank you. I'm glad that you appreciated that. And I try to give a little bit of historical perspective. I don't often do that on YouTube. I'm here for fun. I love to laugh. I love to be a goofball. I love to come on here and just put a smile on people's face. If I think like in the morning I can make somebody smile, that's a wonderful thing over their morning coffee. How you doing, D-Dubs? If I can think of something to make people laugh, that's always my preference. But we're living in a time where it's almost like if you know, what is it they said about terrorists? If you know something, say something. I always remember my friend down in Alabama. They were the former ice road trucker on here, and he used to say, you know, when it came to reporting people and calling the police, if you see something, you're supposed to say something. But if you say something, they don't care that you've seen something. Thank you, Spirit said. You did a wonderful job. You're a really good friend. That's the way I feel. Hey, Monkey Boy, how you doing? So you move on. I did what I said I was going to do. I don't owe anything. I don't know anything else, nor do I feel like I'm owed anything in return. I had a good time. Hello, Tara. How are you? So all positive on my part. I will be talking though about you reap what you sow on YouTube. So as we've seen particularly, hey Bully, as we've seen particularly recently, you know, it can be very problematic when the shit goes off the rails on YouTube, particularly if you, you know, particularly if something serious comes down. It's very, very hard to regain your footing. And I was telling Jen today, it's almost like you have to be damn careful when you put yourself out there. But I will get into that. Hello, Shay Shay. Hello, Shay Shay. Welcome, Jazzy. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, you still traveling on Wednesday? I am. I've got massive concerns. I've been chatting back and forth with texting D all day. And if you do communicate with me, you'll find out I can't stand talking on the phone. I'm a super efficient geared person. Okay, I cannot stay on the phone and chew the fat with people. It's just not my it's not my style. Vicky can tell you I'm always very brief and to the point. Okay, thank you, Cindy. Hey, Spanky. I'm always very concise and to the point with my communications. Kitten Cat knows that. Other people that I'm honored when people write to me, and sometimes I feel that they're maybe offended when I don't reciprocate with the same amount of writing back. But I do care. People like Jen reach out to me, and they tell me things that are going on, and I'm very appreciative of that. And Oda May. But I guess in this era, you know, when I worked in the banking world, I had this crazy ass boss, second boss I had. And this guy was a nut. Okay, and I remember this guy came over from the UK. He transferred into Hong Kong to work in the trust department under this guy, and he wrote like a 2-page memo to our same boss. We both had the same boss we reported to, and the boss went ballistic. And he called the guy into his office. He's like, "Don't ever," you can hear it over the whole office, these poor little Hong Kong secretaries and things that are working there. They never heard a guaylo, like a foreigner, really blow his top before, right? And they're all like running to the tea room, you know, telling each other. the point of the whole thing was he was yelling, "Y'all never send me a fucking 2-page memo on something again. If you can't tell me in 2 sentences and bottom line it, don't do it. Now get the hell out of here." And I'm like, whoa, everybody's hair was standing on end. We're all thinking about our $100,000 plus jobs and everything. You don't often hear professionals with cufflinks in their sleeves and silk ties and things doing that in a professional atmosphere. But I bet they heard it today around Wall Street in New York City. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, boss, I hate to tell you, we're down about 172 million in accounts. Yeah. You better get on the phone with those clients and talk them off the ledge. Yeah. Oh, man. Anyway, how you doing, sweets? Hey, gods. Hey, beer on ice. Nice to see you tonight. You look like that girl in Futurama. Yeah, I wish I earned her paycheck. But it's been that kind of day, and I apologize for people if I'm very brief in my communications back, but I did have a lot of people that wanted to talk today about market things, and I had some requests to just do a little bit of a historical perspective. Hello, Blackhearted. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you. You enjoyed the interview, and I want to especially thank Jay Haze for taking time. A very accomplished person, and I got to speak after the interview was over and we were sort of unplugged. I got to talk to Bree, his significant other, and man, what a sweetheart she is, huh? Wow, unbelievable, beautiful redhead, and really nice. Hey, Deborah. So I was very lucky. If somebody like that to take an interest in you is very special, and to be a supporter, and most of all to be somebody that comes out and says, hey, I really dig your content. That's quite flattering from somebody that has almost 200,000 subs. Let's see. Kaylee said, we went on a short trip to a state next door to us. The motel was almost empty. This is what I'm going to get to. What's going on now? There's a good side. Everything has a good side and a bad side in life to it, doesn't it? And the good news is hotel capacities are, the occupancy rates are declining rapidly for a variety of reasons. Hey, Missy, it's not just hey, Jackie, it's not just the threat of coronavirus. It's also people are a little rattled right now. We've not seen something like this in about 12 years. Today would have been the 12th anniversary of the longest bull market in history today. But yeah, capacity is starting to go down now, and you can see particularly today when you have wind just getting battered in the market, Las Vegas Sands and Caesars Group. There's a lot going on. So I expect that to translate, as I've said in previous videos. I expect that in pretty short order, resort fees will start to roll off and prices will start to come down in absolute terms for some of these hotels. And with all the debt that they're carrying, the debt load, for example, Wynn carries $10 billion worth of debt. Wynn was told in Macau by the Macau Gaming and Governing Board, it ain't the U.S. over there, okay? It's under the Chinese umbrella as a territory, a special administrative region of China, right? And Wynn went to hit the button to start get the hell out, man. We're laying you off. Because it's like a ghost town in the casinos. They started trickling back a little bit in Macau, but the Wynn management in Macau wanted to give the boot to hundreds of employees, and they got a call from the gaming commission saying, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Guess what? You got to have those people back on again. Call them back in, man. You got to pay them. Woo! And I had to laugh. How you doing, Cheryl? Nice to see you tonight. Hey, Queenie, nice to see you, quirky girl. The bad news now, I expect good rates, and I expect very, very great deals coming up on hotels. I don't know, the president's talking about a package of directed aid to, I guess, travel companies, to cruise lines. I had to laugh today. I was telling Jen, gee, if you book a cruise on Carnival Cruise Lines in the next 2 days, you get free drinks on it. You get the drink for free on your next. Now that might be pretty damn good, you know. That might be pretty damn good. They canceled all the conventions in Vegas. Yeah, they're telling people not to take a cruise. Of course, the probably 55 is, I would guess, maybe the average age. Hey, Nocturnal, of a cruiser. Sounds like a dirty term, doesn't it? A cruiser. Well, a person that takes cruises, and they're being advised to don't take cruises, and probably not to travel to Italy. Started to lock down a lot of their travel. We don't know how bad this thing can really get in the country. So in the meantime, yeah, a free extra 2 weeks. There you go. There you go. 2 balls and a pole. Exactly. Flights are cheap, everything, because people are naturally scared. It's amazing. People have this desire to live, right? not want to die, intubated, you know, in some hospital bed or something, for something that could be avoidable. Give the chat a check. Yeah, I did hear about Italy. They're getting hit. Italy's getting hit hard. We have some really, really destabilizing forces happening right now. You take a country like Iran, which is being hit incredibly hard with the coronavirus right now. There's all kinds of conspiracy theories about that circulating within Tehran and other places. And on top of that, they had to sustain a wicked drop in oil prices today on the order of, $10 a barrel. We're $31, $32 a barrel. I mean, can you say deflation coming up? But I went to past the gas pump in California today, $3.42. I think if oil went to $1 a barrel, we'd still be paying $3.42 for a gallon of gasoline. Is lockdown the same as martial law? Italians are a little more authoritarian when it comes to things like that. And large parts of northern Italy are being hit incredibly hard right now, and I think the magnitude in the United States has reached the point that it's too numerous to even count where the outbreaks are occurring and things like that. The other thing is, even the head of the New York Port Authority, who probably sits in an office on the 50th floor, look, that's as close as he gets to a boat, right? I'm not going out on those dirty docks and touching those ropes and shaking hands with those longshoremen. Even he came down with tested positive for coronavirus. It's really weird how it spreads around. There's people that have no concept. There was two congressmen that shook Trump's and Pence's hands today. I don't know, you know. I just don't know. My money is mainly sitting in cash. Yep, it's true. It's been there for a long time. How you doing, Sean the Brit? I couldn't find anything that was. I like to buy value. I like to buy something that's cheap and sell it expensive. I can't buy something that's dear and hope a greater sucker comes along and I can sell it at a dearer price to them. Magic City says, I deliver for Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates, and starting to get very busy doing food because a lot of people. Yes, I think if you survive that, now you are seen as a vectored carrier by the Centers for Disease Control. You are being identified as the reason that the coronavirus may be spreading all around the nation as those Postmate delivery drivers come to your door. Yeah, I got your steak here. Yeah, broccoli and cheese. Yeah. And side order of coronavirus. Here, sign here. Thanks. Put your tip. Yeah. What about the the sick people making the food? Lolly says it's a buyer's market. The trick is, Lolly, you have to understand where you stand in the magnitude of what's occurring. Okay, and you'll, like as I said today, you'll have rallies, and they'll be very sharp rallies, but they probably will not be sustainable in the face of the news flow. We still have a very high degree of confidence amongst people in this market, and we won't really turn the corner on a meaningful rally until all the confidence is totally evaporated. And people who have crapped their shorts all over Wall Street and everything. Yeah, little pizza with your virus. Elk Grove School District has closed down. Exactly. Now, as I said, the plus side is if you have guts and you're stupid, like I probably am, then if you hit the road, the world can be pretty doggone cheap. Okay? I still sense some stubbornness. I'm watching prices every hour. I'm checking in. I'm seeing a little bit of a little bit of give, but we've not reached the point where hotels are ready to slash each other's throats yet in places like Las Vegas. But they will. They'll gladly do that to each other. Yep. Said I learned a lot in 2008, but recognize the difference between now and 2008 is incredibly big. There was plenty of room to cut rates in 2008. There's no room to cut anything today. All-time low. Every part of the yield curve, every government lending form, whether it was an overnight, 1 month, a 3 month, 90 days, 6 month, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 30 year loan to the government, everything was under 1%. Almost unprecedented. You want to talk about a recipe for disasters for banks coming up? Well, that's something for another thing. So you got to understand that options for stimulating are few and far between. Let's see. You can use yeah, there you go. Cut up clothing to poo, then let the rain wash it for. Reuse. Yeah. It's caveman. It should be. I mean, we're going backwards at the speed of light, right? Right? We're teaching people how to make a fire before the internet goes down. Hey, Bella. Yeah, that's an earthquake. That's it. Everybody buying toilet paper and all that. Let's start a war. Kitten Cat's ready to buy Lockheed Martin and Grumman and all the aerospace companies. Yeah, paper, not plastic. So we'll see. Yeah, what currency exactly? So we're in my opinion, I don't even think, and I'll just go on the record, I'll probably be wrong. I don't even think we've hit the midpoint of this downdraft right now. But we shall see. Yeah, it's all fun and games until you get sick. Okay, particularly an old bat. Like could be like that was Rosie's last live stream. Amazing Grace. Would you guys cry? Anyone buying $100 I have a freshly packed bag of Nature's Best leaves or a bargain? Let's buy more low-cut t-shirt. This is my wife beater. I've been too busy to do anything. I did. Bobby did come over. I did do his. I did give him his taxes tonight. 32 trillion in debt. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right. Next is, thank you, Christine. Next is going to be the helicopter dropping batches of money over cities. That's the next. That's the next stimulative effort here. Now, like I was saying, if you got the balls to be on the road and the balls to travel, and this is YouTube, we're either really stupid or we're just, we got balls of steel. When the going gets tough, the tough put it in drive, baby, and get going. And I talked to Dee today, and the weather forecast in Las Vegas is lousy. Okay, they're expecting a flooding rain in Southern California, something on the order of an inch or two of rain over a day or a day and a half. I don't fancy going into and living in my van in rain. It's not, if you can avoid it, why put yourself through it? Poor man says, I'm traveling to my rancho to quarantine myself. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I talked to Dee today. We texted each other back and forth, and we've decided to kind of switch up the plans here. I want to kind of chase the sun. I want to make sure when I get down to the Southwest, I want to make very sure that it is going to be sunny for an extended period of time. I'd like to see temperatures in the 70s and above. To me, it's kind of a recipe for disaster if you're in a rainy environment with this virus running around and cold, and it's much harder to regulate your body temperature. So I'm a little worried about that. Yeah, steal all the you can imagine, Kitten Cat. We take it for granted, Kitten Cat, when we go into a little stall to do our business that there's toilet paper always there. Don't assume in rest stops now. Remember, some ladies got really big purses. Ding! Took the toilet paper out. Took it. Don't sit down there and then it's like, oh, wow. It's going to be really squishy walking out of the the bathroom there, right? I mean, do not take it for granted, okay, that there's toilet paper there for sure. How you doing, Brooke? All the rain means super bloom in the desert in a few weeks. Now, that does not mean I'm not going down to the Southwest. Okay? What it means is a nice surprise for you on Wednesday, and I think that you guys are going to like it. Now, do you like surprises or you don't like surprises? That's the $1 million question. Okay, do you like surprises or you don't like surprises? That's the question. Well, come on down. Well, I will be down there. You coming to South Padre Island, Texas? Not in the immediate future, I'm not. Hello, Josh. How are you? Nice to see you tonight. I just think also that, and I said the other night, that van dwellers, RVers, nomads, people that interact with the public much more than the average person does at home for hygiene, going into gyms for showers and using workout equipment, going through drive-thrus, going into Dollar Trees, things like that, picking up basic cups of coffee at 7-Eleven or Dunkin' Donuts. I really feel like the risk profile for us, and I put us in that category traveling, is sky high. I feel like the risk factor is very, very, very high. So I think it's very important to try to avoid, how you doing, Mouse Toast, to try to avoid rain and wet weather if we can. Okay, and there's Mouse Toast, did a very good video. You wash though, exactly, I do. It's WASH. Take hand sanitizer everywhere you go. How about YMCA shower? Young man, there's a place you can go. I say, go, man. It's fun to go to the YMCA. Remember that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I wash my hands. So anyway, guys, I am going to be on the road. I'm going to cut all the grass tomorrow here. Make sure to get a head start on that. Our threat of rain is past. We had maybe a quarter of an inch or something over the last, wasn't much over the last 3 days. So we're good to go. Hey, dippity-doo. I'm going to cut all the grass and then I'm going to pack up. And remember, I'm going to be on the road for 2.5 weeks or until I die, one or the other, out there. So we'll be having some content on the road, but I'm going to try to be extra careful. I'm going to try to regulate keep my body temperature regulated. I don't think I'm going to have to worry too much about, I have a high level of resistance to things, but you don't want to be a dick about things. You do have to be, well, I don't have to worry about the curtains matching the drapes, twink. Smooth as a baby's bottom down there. So, woo, yes. So we have a good time. I do wash my hands. So we'll be bringing, I will be meeting up with Dee. All systems should be go for Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening. So it should be a good time. We're gonna try to be careful. We're not gonna be stupid out there. If things significantly worsen or whatever, then I'll have to revise the plan. I'm not gonna just throw myself onto the third rail and just hope for the best on that. Let's see. Quirky Girl says, I bought coffee filters and rubber bands and a stapler to make some face masks. Yeah, make sure to put some nice faces on it and turn it into like a kind of a Halloween Mardi Gras event. All right, scared the shit out of some people. Wear that into your bank, okay? Ring. 911, state your emergency. I'm not sure. We might be getting robbed here. Stand by. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. Spanky, how you doing? Lavender, thank you. I appreciate it. Lavender says, loved your interview. Yes, it was very special. And I am very grateful for Jay Haze doing that. Mouse Toes did, her video was a riot. It's like, well, since you don't cook. You can tell Mouse Toes. You can tell Mouse Toes fucking hates society. And I hate to curse like that, but then I'm going to enjoy my brief period of non-monetization here. But don't let that side chat go crazy, okay? But I'm saying you can tell Mouse Toes doesn't like the current state of, that more people eat in restaurants now every day than eat at home. And she seems to have an issue with these people, like, yeah, and if you can't cook rice, here's Uncle Ben's in a cook bag. Jen's like, she sounds really kind of pissed off. I said she's probably having a good laugh about this. When this is over, I'm going to toilet paper my tree. So we'll have a good time. I'm going to do some exploring. Some urban exploring. Now, the good news is the weather's going to be good. Okay, it's going to be clear. And then when the situation changes down in the southwest, we'll be able to make our way down there. I would hope to at least, well, Spanky, it's because of some stupid, they're telling me, we got a glitch. We'll try to fix it. But if we don't, feel free to apply for monetization at the end of the month. Yeah, okay. I've been down this road so many times. I don't even give a flying anymore. I do hope to, I would like to show Dee Yuma and Los Algodones. I would maybe enjoy rolling into Scottsdale, some of the Phoenix area, Tucson. Maybe catch a minor league spring training, not minor, but a spring training game down there. I think that would be pretty cool. Make my way. I'm not going to be able to do too much on the coast, because it'll probably be the inland area. We may or may not go to Slab City. I'm still seeking some advice from people on whether it's even worth it or not, or whether it's just too depraved down there to even be worth going to. Yeah, my nickname in Mexico was Titas Grande. Yes, that was my nickname. Thank you, Quirky. Yeah, sitting in a hazmat suit today at a baseball game. So we shall see. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing some things I haven't seen before. And the great thing about D is he's like, yeah, whatever you want to do, we'll be able to see maybe some of the little towns out in Nevada and California. There could be some pretty cool content coming up. And I believe, knock on wood, that the sun, yeah, Bella, we see, honey, that the sun should be shining nice and bright virtually every day, which will be great. Yeah, March Madness without a live crowd. Well, people have had March Madness on Wall Street, right? Pickles. That's where the madness is. The guy getting up this morning. Is that market down? Is that 200 points? No, honey, it's 2,000 points. Holy crap. Slab City and Salton Bay are really cool to see. Quite an artsy. Yeah, I would veer more towards the Salton Sea, 100 Palms, Indio, Nyland. If I do go to Slab City, it's just gonna be a roll in, look around, and a roll out. I can't think that I wanna. Oh, I'm Sherry Anna's BFM and new roommate. Okay, Linda, nice to meet you. Welcome aboard. So, yeah, let me. Are you content? Do you make content, Linda Lou? Are you a let me just check something on here. Oh, let's see. This channel doesn't have any content. Okay, well, welcome aboard. I don't know if you're going to make content or not. If you do, let me know. I will sub you up. I don't really know. And I'm going to put this out there on a broader video tomorrow to the RV and to the travel community and the nomad community. If it's really worth spending any time down there. D may feel like there's something to see. Bella says, can somebody tell me where to find the interview of Rosie? It's on the channel called The Real J, spelled J-A-I, Haze, H-A-Z-E. The Real J Haze. She's new, and we're going to be making content when we head to Texas. That's cool. How did you meet Sherry Anna? How did you meet? Yeah, you got to be a dummy to attempt to rob a bank. Although they still do it in the neighborhood here. Although the last people that ran into parking lots that had locks on had locks on the gates, so they just drove around in circles trapped in the parking lot. Man, why didn't you know it was closed? We can't get out now, man, you fucking idiot. What are you doing? Yeah, I hope so. I hope so, Jackie. Yeah, I think that would be pretty good. Bella, you got the answer. There's the link. Thank you, Jen. There's the interview with Jay Haze that I did. So there will be content coming up. I'm going to be busy packing. I got to remember I'm going to be away for a long period of time. I'm going to be boondocking for a good measure of that time, but I'm not going to be stupid. If hotel rates are cheap, I'm going to take advantage of it. Okay, I'm going to keep my body temperature moderated. D's like, yeah, I don't need any of that stuff. You know, I've boondocked when it's 30 degrees out and all that stuff. Man, you could, okay. All right, tough guy, you know, whatever. Bro, you going back to work after you lost all your money? I didn't really have much of a presence in the market, to tell you the truth, Skunk Egg. Between you, me, and God, I'm an ultra-conservative person. I stopped seeing value in the market years ago. And I'm one of those boring people that just has money in a CDs and things. Not much, but I'm a person that also was smart enough to choose a defined benefit instead of a defined contribution retirement plan. Now, what does that mean? It means instead of, say, you know, everybody else saw their 401ks go up and things in their retirement plans because they chose to have a defined contribution plan where they would get an immediate match. I chose to go for the defined benefit plan where it will be fixed and it's not dependent on the any markets or anything for that. Yeah. So I'm very happy about that. But that's years away. Okay. Remember, the coronavirus might get me, and then there ain't nothing left. Skunk Egg's like, I had $250,000. I guess I'll keep working. Well, yeah. Well, just think about this, Skunk Ape. The party may not be over yet, man. Okay, that's my bottom line. Jen said, Rosie, you like touching everything, so you need to hand some antibacterial and take with you. I do. I got some here that I'm going to be taking. Hey, Sherry, how are you, sweetheart? All Vegas toilets will be shut down for lack of toilet paper. It's got to be, let's put it this way, though. If you run a Vegas hotel and, you know, you have contracts with suppliers and stuff, those suppliers don't want to lose your whole chain or whatever, Caesars Entertainment Group or the Wynn Group or Harrah's Group. And, you know, if they have to drive to fucking Canada to load up 18-wheelers outside of the damn mill, they'll do it. Okay, so I'm not particularly good. So Red Pill said we made it through SARS. Toronto didn't do so good. Yeah. Hand sanitizer or lube, that's seen as edible sanitizer. Remember, I know, Brooke. Tara said, I want to start a restaurant chain called Skunk Ape. Very interesting. Let's see, up at Pert Shampoo stock has went up in the last week. I don't know quite that what that means. Let me check my, hold on a minute. Let me read the back of my bottle here on my Astroglide. In event of emergency, may be used as a hand sanitizer. Yay! Yeah. Yeah, Red Pills. What's the worst thing that could happen? The world walks around with dirty arses, exactly. Well, that's how civilization starts to decline, right? That's how you start to find yourself into the dark ages where people walking around with crusty drawers and things, and then there's all new and wild germs are introduced, and little fleas are jumping off of rats onto people. You know, I mean, let's face it, guys. And all the research scientists and all the people that worked at the biological, pharmaceutical, genetic engineering labs are all dead. Wouldn't that be a great science fiction novel? It's like all the people that could have cured, you know, this virus. Hey, man, how do you make penicillin? How the fuck do I get some moldy bread and stick it up your arse for all I know? You know, wouldn't that be a great novel? It's like the last person on earth that had the knowledge, but universities are all closed. And it's like a zombie apocalypse wasteland, right? A little cut is suddenly fatal, like 100 years ago and stuff. Happy day, Jay. Nice to see you. I think that'd be a hell of a movie, wouldn't it? The last smart people were just gone. All the eggheads that worked in the laboratories, yeah. You just die. Right? They're gone. You can buy animal antibiotics that will work on humans at Tractor Supply. Maybe Trump said, yeah, that's what I saw, T-Bone, that they shook. Yeah, an idiocracy. Thank you, Josh. I saw that they shook two hands with two Congress people that have now taken steps to sort of isolate them. I mean, it's almost becoming like a bad movie right now, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't that weird? An everyday person would not be able to make medication or electronics from scratch. That's exactly what I'm saying. And all of a sudden we're back to, trying to put a string between two tin cans. What time's the 8:05 coming through tonight, right? How you doing, Craig? Nice to see you. So we don't know. I got to think it's a little more than a virus that's disrupting things right now. Hey, Diamonds, nice to see you. Ribeye steaks and take-home Astroglide. A little more than that. I'm going to grab something to drink real quick. Yeah. All right, need a song out of it. That's it. Hey, Imp, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Yeah, I never played the Baltimore song, but I will now, baby. Let's see if we can cue that up. I hope I've got the sound. This sound system was all screwed up here. Let's see if we can. Let me see if I can get off this one. Let's see if we can get some. I got so many browsers. Doesn't matter on here how many browser windows I really have open. Let's see. Yeah, we got to fight back here, huh? Isn't that what Jen's saying? We got to fight back here, baby, against this coronavirus. I'm surprised nobody in our community on Boyd or the drama community has been nailed by this bastard yet. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Clippers from Baltimore, fight you Baltimore Clippers. Face off, fight for a Baltimore score. Defensemen, forwards, and goalie. We'll win without a doubt. For Baltimore and Maryland, every Clippers fan will shout, fight, fight, fight. Win you Baltimore Clippers. Win you Clippers from Baltimore, fight you Baltimore Clippers, and score, score. Take it up a half step. That arena's rocking now. One more half step. Get ready. Big finish. When you Baltimore Clippers, when you Clippers from Baltimore, fight you Baltimore Clippers and score, score, score. Oh man, they ought to bottle that up and use that against the coronavirus, baby. Woo! That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. Half stepping coming up, okay? Isn't the worst song. Yeah, how you doing? Hearing those keys change. Exactly, Bella Grace. I am doing great, honey. And I hope that you are too. That gives us all a cheer up in the face of economic catastrophe. And what a dynamic duo, right? Viruses and economics. The new dark ages are coming. Yeah, that's like the coronavirus for your. It's no worse than the Michigan fight song. They hate to tell you. Okay. Yeah. Let me see Lavender's. How you doing, Lavender? This is our song. Let's see. Lavender says. My husband walks in and says, "What the hell are you listening to? Why is she shaking her tits? Because she's a lunatic." Yes, the Baltimore Clippers were AHL, American Hockey League team that I believe lasted from 1966 to, I believe, 1983. They say people are not buying Corona beer. I think that they debunked that. They debunked that as kind of a myth. Siriana talks about you all the time. Thank you, Linda. Hope you're good. I got admitted to hospital. Oh, I'll say a prayer for you forever, friend. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I also want everybody to keep Penny Pincher in your thoughts too. She's having. She's got some medical things going on too. She's a wonderful lady. She's taken a lot of time to write me and relay some very funny stories to me. And she specifically asked that I ask you guys to keep her in mind. You often see her on the side chat. Yep, there we go, Sherry. You gotta love the Rosie girl. And Penny Pincher, we love you, honey. And we wish you all the best. People like... forever friend D, you be careful, honey. You just keep yourself isolated. Don't be fearful. Lou says getting over back fusion surgery by watching you. I'll tell you, Lou, I know you're going to be down for a while that fusion takes place, but wow, that's tough. Okay, yeah, we love Penny Pincher. She's a significant part of our operation here, and there's so many people in our community that deal with pain, that deal with surgeries, that deal with some really serious medical issues. And the thing that amazes me the most is that they can come in here and still be positive and still have a good laugh. Yeah, just wash your hands. I work and shake people's hands every day. Decided no more handshakes. D, I just think nobody's going to be offended, you know? Nobody's going to be offended if you don't wash your hands. It's just not going to be that significant. People have got to understand. If things get worse here, they will just, I don't know what that means for service providers, point of service providers. Nurses just can't not work. Firefighters, policemen just can't not work. Truck drivers, there's a lot of people that just have to bull their way through it and keep going. Let's see, Jen said I bought some Corona and called my sister. Hey, Jay. Let me see, I missed that. That went right up the screen on me, so love the draperies. Yeah, they're really old, Lou. Let's see. She freaked out, then I told her it was already down a bottle, and I was, and she said I was lucky she wasn't home. Exactly. It's interesting how this thing just came out of nowhere. But if you believe the Chinese media, Things are actually starting to wind down. But as I told you guys before, in my opinion, China is not a mobile society at all. So it's very easy to contain, easier to contain the virus in China than the United States. Yeah, I had a bad rod over here. I threw a rod above the window there, and handsome Robert came with a new window curtain bracket and put it up there. China lied about the stars. Let's see. Forever Friend says, Rosie, you've gore. You've gore. Yes, I have. Last time I gored was about 3 days ago. Be like Monty Python's Nights at Night, wave by waving your hands up by your ears. Exactly. We'll see, handsome Robert. Imagine if Oprah threw out toilet paper to everybody in her audience. You get a roll. You get a roll. I want everybody to look under their seat. Yes, you get a roll. You get a roll. Yay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, remember, China has to. It's not as bad as we think in the West. They don't groom the news as badly as the Western media would have, but they do try to shape things for public consumption to show that they have some semblance of control. But I think there were something like 48 new cases reported or something like that. So. Let's see. How you doing, Amy? Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm a lot earlier tonight. Been a very busy day today. Toilet papering someone's house will be a felony. Isn't that amazing, huh? Isn't that amazing? And, it's hard to believe. It was about 3 weeks ago I did that video on, I think, not to toot myself on the back, pat myself on the back. I'm not that kind of person, but I had an idea things could go bad, and if you were smart, you'd go out and stock up on a lot of stuff to kind of prepare for quarantine. Hey, Scottish, how you doing, sweets? Nice to see you tonight. Always an honor to see you. So, I don't know. I mean, for me, I don't know what's going to happen, but I will be on the road. We will be bringing content, but I'm going to be damn careful. To keep my temperature moderated. Yeah, prepping said, thinking if you toilet papered a house today, it would be a gift of love, considering the times. But Moustones did a wonderful video showing you guys it's not that difficult to be a prepper, and it's not that difficult to do workarounds. The real problem in our society today is you take away fast food venues and things like that, and how much is the average person even capable of basic rudimentary cooking today and things? Sometimes I wonder. Make sure you have Tylenol on you. Yes, I will. Yeah. Rose, I don't have a radio on. Oh, it might be open on the other side. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Are you guys hearing some kind of feedback? Make sure that's off. I don't hear anything. Are you hearing something? Hey, Jeffrey. How you doing? Nice to see you. It's just that we haven't experienced something like, I don't hear anything. Yeah, no feedback. No, we heard a car outside. Oh, bass. Bobby's doing good. Bobby's doing good. He's going in tomorrow to have some thing removed from his back, some precancerous thing off his back. He's doing good. Yeah, I think the sound should be good because I'm on the cell phone here, which is I don't have to worry about being knocked off. Dave said it doesn't take much to set us back 100 years. Exactly. And that, I think, is the thing of concern, is how very interdependent we are, and how, do people even know how to do basic prepping and things like that? So, we'd have to learn how or starve. So Mouse Toes was kind of making a tongue-in-cheek video about so you don't know how to cook, how to still survive. I mean, hell's bells, you can stock up on 50 cans of baked beans, or they'll see you through. You know what I'm saying? Just basic, yeah. Rabbits and squirrels. I'll be watching over the next few days on the side. Okay, love you, honey. You be well forever, friend. We'll be thinking about you, honey. You bought butter beans for your preps. Good for you. Elvis is Rod Blue Shores. My idea of prepping is stocking up on cup of noodle. I picked up 2 cases of that last week, and they were the last 2 cases, the ones I like, particularly the Asian hot noodles, and I stuck them into the there's nothing wrong with that. It's a cheap calorie boost. It'll keep you going. The real problem will be when the beer supply, of course, they'll hire tanks. They'll have people drive tanks if they have to get the beer to the stores. There will be no disruption of the beer supply. Good night, monkey boys. Got to go save somebody's ass that locked themselves out of the car. Meds won't fix it. It's a virus, exactly. Any more than you can cure the common cold, exactly. Right on. That's the problem. Now, what I wanted to, the main thing I wanted, so we do got that change coming up in plans, so don't expect to see me in Vegas on Wednesday. That'll be the unfolding plan as we move, and as we're on virus watch and everything else to see where our risk and weather risk is lower. When it clears off, hey Cher, when it clears off, it should be sunny and in the 70s, no problem at all. So I'm really looking forward to that. Last thing I want to talk about tonight, you reap what you sow on YouTube. Yes, Cher, I'm going to follow the sun. You reap what you sow on YouTube. And this is such an important point. When you hear people come out and they do videos and things talking about YouTube bullies and harassment on YouTube. And I always kind of think to myself how important it is on a thing like, no problem, Jay, how important it is, like on a place like YouTube, credibility, you know, the credibility be maintained at a high rate. Recently, we've had the whole St. Jude situation, and we've seen the effect that has. We don't know how it's all going to play out in the end. I keep my own counsel. I'm nobody to weigh in on anything like that, because I'm always a believer that everything, hey snickerdoodle, everything comes out in the end. And if things turn against you, it's almost impossible, you know, to regain stature and regain credibility. If you have a reputation of being something like an a-hole, being somebody in the past that's been an extremely rude individual, been an individual that has been given to doing some pretty outlandish stuff. It's very hard to shake that over time, and the perception can always be that it's the other people's fault. But social media has a very long memory to it. And just because you tell people play nice, or I've been good, or I've been this and I've done that, doesn't really mean anything in the scheme of the long run on YouTube until you've had some vast turnover of people that watch you, and even then people will come along and open the history books once again and say, here, read this or read that. So whenever I hear people complaining, about bullying on YouTube and stalking and harassment. I really can't really think of a case, and maybe you guys can help me out on this. Maybe you can help me. I can't think of a case where somebody has just been targeted for trolling, or targeted for bullying, or targeted for real life harassment with no basis for that. We've got people. I recently met Eric, the goat guy, and his girlfriend Michelle, and I like them very much, and I'm trying to be super supportive of them, and it's absolutely delights me how nicely the majority of people treat them. Okay, given their circumstance, given the brutal beating that Eric endured, the way that they try to make them their way forward, the way they try to be positive and do things with a smile on their face, when they could kind of be targets, for bullying and whatever. So you cannot tell me on YouTube that people are not basically nice on here, that don't. We got this idea that, if you don't have a real avatar, if you don't have a real picture, if you don't have real content, then you cannot be a nice person. And I've always told you, one of the greatest things on YouTube is the people that come on here, the overwhelming majority, that nobody will never know who you are. Nobody will ever find you. No one will ever drop your docs on you. No one will ever call you, call your job, call social services, call adult protective services, call child protective services. They'll never drop the call on you. And yet, knowing that you're insulated and protected, hello, Hop Frog, knowing that you're insulated and protected, they still come on with 100% of a great spirit and a great attitude, and are supportive of people. That I believe is the overwhelming majority of people that come onto YouTube. Yeah, you have people like Carlos, who's a hellraiser. Carlos is like the little bandit in the night that takes the hot coals from one chat to another to try to start a fire. But we all know that. We all know what somebody like Carlos is about. And I observed really, you should never go into real life unless you wanted to, exactly. And I observed recently, studied Eric and Michelle very closely. And I was really impressed now in the sudden jump of people that are coming over to there and supporting them. Yeah, there's some people that still think things are a scam, and it's going to be natural. A lot of times whenever anybody gets $1 on YouTube, it's going to, sometimes it throws people off balance. But the bottom line is, I've come to the conclusion that most people want to be decent. Most people want to have a good time. And most people know that a great many people, although they seem like they may be swimming in money on YouTube, we don't have any mega stars down here, okay? Ain't none of us ain't no Jay Hazes. How you doing, Deb? There's not a lot of Jay Hazes down here, and I think that I came to the conclusion that most people they want to be supportive of people as a natural starting point. Now, therein lies the problem. You have something like a GoFundMe. Okay, if you do what you say you're going to do, you're probably not going to have a lot of problems. People are going to say, they're going to examine your life. Well, maybe you should get a job. Maybe you should do this or that. But at least if you carry through with what you say you're going to do, you probably be in the safe zone. You might be in the yellow zone, but you're not in the red zone. But when you start to do things like raise money and then don't do what you say that you're going to do with it, it trips, and then suddenly you hit the tripwire. And I believe that you start to whittle away that goodwill that you came into YouTube with. And I think little by little, as you go through and maybe you do more outrageous things, more things that are contrived and develop just for the sake of having people talk about you, then you lose a lot of that. You lose a lot of that goodwill, and at that point, it can seem like people, maybe you're picking on you, or maybe trolling you. But you know what? You've already lost control of the situation at that point. You've already lost it, and I just don't. I sort of wonder: can you ever recover? Can you ever make a meaningful recovery from that? And I don't think so. I really don't think so. Let's see, and that's just the way I feel about things in the current state of things on YouTube. Hello, Patricia Wakefield. Nice to see you. People judge you on the daily. You know, I had some people write me since I got to know Eric and Michelle a little bit, and I'd see people at their chat, and they'd be, "Damn, Rosie, you're like giving money, $5 here, $2 there," and you know, they'll make a comment in one of my chats or something. "Rosie, that's so nice what you do for Eric and Michelle," and it's like, this is just being a human being to another human being. And maybe because, how you doing, Hop Frog? Yeah, I'd like to see a crew put together too to put up some framing for a roof and things like that. But you know, we have compassion for people. People aren't mean here on YouTube. People just don't strike out just for the hell of it. There's very few real psychotic people, I believe, on YouTube. I really don't think. Yeah, Bully, you are human. Bully, you got a big heart. Yeah, it's called being a good human being. Exactly, Cheryl. And that in itself should be its own. That in itself should be its own reward. And I only mention Eric and Michelle because they're kind of the flavor of the month. But how much can you really troll somebody that you know, had suffered traumatic brain injury, and on top of that, opened their home to some people that ended up just basically brutalizing and just wreaking havoc, almost on a scale as epic as if the Vikings had come to town in you know, 300 AD or something, and laid waste to the place. Terrible. Kill the goats. Who can't feel bad? Yeah, there's always going to be a couple trolls in there, Cheryl. They're really the people that I feel sorry for. And that kind of activity really wants to make nice people kind of step up their game a little bit. And then I see people on the other end of the spectrum that having a clue on in life of why they get trolled. They can't imagine. They think that they just can push a switch, ding, and the trolling goes off, or the bad will just shuts off because they wanted to. It doesn't work that way. It does not work. Does not work that way. Some of the trolls are just going to stupid. They're good kids who just need a little help. They're not bad. And they're not asking for a fortune, you know. They're not, you know, some people have said that Eric has genius tendencies. He's a very fast processor. There's something definitely different. There's something about the way he analyzes things. But at the end of the day, you can tune in and he's probably going to be smiling and trying to be as entertaining as possible. And I give a lot of admiration for them. Yeah, they have a special place. They've certainly earned a special place in my heart, and I'm going to try to pursue that and to see if we can kind of amp that up a little bit through the spring and summer here, to try to make a meaningful contribution to their lives. It's like, I think I'm going to give Rosie my car. I don't want to, don't give me your car. You know, he just says some of the things that he hears other people say. You know, whoever makes the most donations in the month is going to get my car, and things like that. I'm not, Trixie. I've done a damn thing, honey, except bring light to a channel that's pretty cool that I didn't really know about until I got down to Las Vegas. Now, these are the kind of people that you generally feel good about. You know, you can feel good at night for giving a little bit of a helping hand to them. I don't know what people's expectations are to people to work and things like that. I think it's pretty remarkable the way that they're moving through life. Just saw them in Las Vegas and met them for the first time. They're happy. If someone would get a fundraiser, I'm going to be glad to help out. I'm just trying to stay from, hey, Rosie, Eric really likes you, doesn't answer questions, trolls, so he says it's none of his business. I don't know, he's basically not, I don't think there's a mean bone in Eric's body. I don't think he sits there and like some other famous people and contrives to make up stuff to see how views can be driven and things like that. I don't think that that's in his nature. I think he just gets up and lives his life and clicks on the cam and I hope it works for him. It's refreshing. Yeah, they're doing okay. I think that they seem good. You know, I think about them a lot. It's like Hop Frog said, we start kicking some ideas around in our head. Is what can we you know, can we maybe get a crew to descend on there and you know, reframe, or should they move to a different area? Should they get I mean, the houses are almost giveaway in Detroit. You know, you can go in. Hey Chris, how you doing? Wow, they just postponed Coachella, huh? Coachella down there. Wow, everyone's going to stay home. Everyone except me. They're optimistic. So I feel like to those who've been given much, then the requirements are to give back. And I regret sometimes when self-centered people can have no concept of a give back, and everything that they do in life is all directed toward themselves, without a thought about anybody else in their circumstance. It's the ultimate in narcissism, I think. On YouTube, they're a very cute couple. I just don't know if it's worth. You know, if the I've not seen it. I've not seen the video. If somebody can send me a link of the damage to the home. But I'll tell you, if it's been an open-top home without even benefits of tarps or anything like that through a winter, you're in a situation where it may not be recoverable, right? A better rig would be cool. Hey Jay, how you doing? Nice to see you. All right, you take care, D. You make sure to get some sleep, baby doll, and don't shake anybody's hand, okay? Anybody reaches to give you a handshake, just defer, okay? Just say, I'm not, you know, I have to be careful of my health, and I love you, but we'll just give a booby shake to each other. That's it. We can't stay home forever. The virus never dies out. Eric says that he's got a bus if it doesn't run. I think getting a van would be a better idea than living in a car. I agree. There's pictures on Eric's Instagram. It looks pretty bad. Yeah, I don't have them on Instagram. 7,000 for the. I mean, shit. The houses in Detroit aren't even worth that. No offense, Boris. You're in a nice area. I'm not saying. Despite the fact Boris claims from the ghettos of Roseville, Miss Roseville ain't no ghetto. Okay, but you know, you go in with a proposition and a story to City Hall and a little bit of media behind you, and you walk out with the keys to a house, and probably have a whole damn if you coordinate stuff correctly, you might have a whole Habitat for Humanity crew just get you, resettled in a home or something, right? Oh, wow. Hipsters like we just got coronavirus. It's only a mile away from me. Woo! There you go, hipster. Break out the booze, honey. Go on a booze cruise. All right. Good night, T-Bone. Thanks for popping in. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos today. I'm always afraid I'm going to bore people when I delve into the world of economics. Yeah, he really did a great interview. Yeah, I was thinking about involving a group that, his story has already had a lot of media attention, but I don't think Eric and Michelle, God love them, I don't know if they have the wherewithal to work politics and media and community activist groups and things for their situation. Let's see. Matt Eric said a Chinese kid at my tennis club came dressed in a full respirator mask and plastic bag over him. Man, it must have been hell on the backhand. The boy in the bubble. I'm going to have a Corona beer. That's what the hell I'm going to have. So I just think about the contrast and the goodwill that they engender and how easy it is for them to go through life. And I don't mean, let me just say this carefully. I don't mean that their life has been great. What I do mean is they don't get up every morning and think about faking things up for views or being scumbags and things. I think that they wake up as hitting the ground running and being the nicest, being just who they are, without trying to use YouTube or some other means or something like that. Okay, Hipster says, I just got back from the grocery store. It was fully stocked. Cool. Yeah, manufactured bullshit. That's right, Jay. Manufactured bullshit. And they don't wallow in their misfortunes and things. And they don't whine about life, and that's a very beautiful thing here on YouTube. So they're the kind of people you feel like you can help them without the possibility of blowback. Yeah, it's sad we can't even shake hands anymore. Well, it's just society went through this Madowix 100 years ago with the Spanish influenza. People modified their behavior for a while, and things will return to normal sometimes. See, I'm not sure. Well, I'm just talking about they got 2 nights in a hotel tomorrow. Oh, good for them. Good for them. They really should be in a band. I think they should really be in. And a lot of those community activist groups, they have the ability to make something happen. But as I said, Eric and Michelle probably don't have the wherewithal to understand how to press the right buttons to get, city government or community activist agencies involved to help out. I mean, hell, somebody might come down and just offer, reframe it, gut it, reframe it, and just get that roof closed up and do it. I want to be able to I have a roll of Trump toy. How you doing, William Wallace? Nice to see you. Like someone we know live in a van manufactured shit alloy. I just can't think that how somebody can be so surprised. You're known by your past, and you're known by your deeds on places like YouTube. And man, every night I go to bed very happy. Yeah, I'll have people call a restaurant once in a while when I'm there. Or, sometimes people ride by the Rancho, and I got a video coming tomorrow. I thought I had a tweaker encounter here today. But I don't have to have my head on a swivel. I don't have to worry about somebody pulling up beside my van unless they're really psychotic and just laying into me and just beating hell out of me. that's a pretty nice feeling. Think about what that means for the quality of life, that you have that freedom and ability to do that. It may not last forever. I get called out more and more as I travel, but it's been fortunate for me. And I just think to myself, well, I don't do that kind of nasty crap on YouTube to to be a hellraiser and to get people pissed off. And I think that's the thing that people fail to realize. You have to preserve that like it's gold, especially in the world of social media, because as people often point out, you don't know who in the hell is watching you. There's 250 people watching now and probably 40 people chatting. So it's all part of it's all part of the whole deal. Yeah, El Camino with a pop-up tent. Yeah, that's a good idea for that. So well, hopefully we'll be able to did you put make pie on their chat? But Rosie, did you put make pie on there? What does that mean, Jay? Joe Smith, you don't know anything on YouTube, Joe Smith. The fact that you show up here, the fact that you're a friend of mine, the fact we've known each other for years, you've met every requirement to be on this channel. Jackie, I ain't nothing, honey. A good person would be putting it in gear for Detroit right now and working their ass off to get some crew over there to do that job. Yeah, somebody would more likely let down the tires or something like that, but they're not going to physically assault you. More likely that would be something random that occurred because you took a little more of a chance than you should have on a chooch, or maybe you shot your mouth off a little bit, and there's a little bit of payback. Hey, Mr. Jones, and I can understand that. But, man, to be able to have to live in stealth and to have to worry about looking over your shoulder and stalkers, and I always said before, I'd rather just be taken out than I'd rather just face it down and let's just go at it then and finish it, okay? Than rather than have this stuck in my mind that this could happen. Cheryl says it's probably beyond repair though, Rosie, after the timeline. That's what I'm thinking, Cheryl, because the problem with a place that's left open like that, I know it's home, I know it's your place, I know the sentimental attachment that you have to that, but if somebody could if you could get resettled in a better area and have more of an active support network and things to establish yourself, and have city and community agencies behind you, then you may be better off than to trying to put lipstick on a pig, so to speak, and make it better. So I think it probably is. I'm gonna have to check that out. Chris, every time I get on YouTube, everyone calls me, leave me alone. I'm watching Rosie. So I think that's the big difference between me and some of the other nomads. I'd rather go down with the ship than risk not meeting people out there on the road, or delaying videos, or not going live and things like that. I think so too. Not good for business. I think somebody can put their case out pretty effectively, punch out and write up a short history with appropriate links and news media coverage, and it can be a point of pride for community activists and things. So let's see. Maddox said, I never feel comfortable sleeping, wandering around the van. Yeah, I always felt very comfortable, Maddox. I guess because my van was really not an RV in the sense that people would look twice when they saw it. I did make the strawberry pie on the Rosie McNamara, Jay. It was absolutely delicious. The fresh strawberries were amazing. So faith is not faith until it's all you got. Well said, Red Pill. So I think that's the difference. You'll never see me come out and do a video, about safety and being stalked and things like that on YouTube. If you reap what you sow on YouTube, and I think that's the bottom line of all of it. So you build that house and you live in that house. Are you willing to travel and choose with that? I am. I'm going on the road Wednesday, Madowix. I'm going on the road Wednesday. Hello, hello, Judith. Yeah, Astro Glide in the pie. Those shows coming. I get a $10.99 worth. You get a $10.99 for the worth of the renovation. Well, people, you can also get waivers and things. Prepping. There's certain things that the thank you, Jen. There's certain things that variances and things that they can provide. Something like that provides a good, government grant. Something like that provides a good rallying point for groups like Habitat for Humanity or Salvation Army. They get to tell their story and get the publicity for that, and maybe help other people. What's up, Coach? How you doing? Nice to see you. I will never resort to wearing a mask. I guess the odds would be, although I'm older, the odds would be I would probably survive it. So I guess I would just have to go to it. See, Eric, Zeus, I don't even know. I think in theory he has the home. I know nothing about the titling of the home. I know nothing about the ownership. I know nothing about the property, the location, or anything. That was towards the TV. Yeah, okay, that's right, prepping. I hear you. Yeah. Trading spaces. My guess is he didn't have insurance on the home and maybe didn't have. I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm just stupidly speculating on what it could be. But we'll be communicating more, and our paths will meet again. I'll try to get a little more of the story fleshed out of what's going on. I wonder if he has family too. How you doing, Sergeant Blackrock? I'm doing well. How are you? Yeah. Being hateful just makes you old, Rosie, huh? Yeah, it does. But not being hateful keeps you young, Lisa. Yeah, I hope Jen had a great birthday. Well, I'm going to go grab my beer for the night. I will be right back. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he would have had. I don't think he would have had insurance. I'm not sure. Not sure. Being resentful releases bad toxins in your body. Exactly. Let's see. Watch the. Watch the video for New Year's 1 year brother, mother, or picture. Okay, that's cool. Cheers, everybody. I think a certain level of alcohol may. What did your friends in China say about the virus, etc., etc.? What did they say? They're still pretty much hunkered down over there, so. But you don't really hear about it in cities like Shanghai and Beijing because it's not a very mobile society. Hey, TARS, there's not a lot of mobility. It's not like it's the more advanced society, the more democratic, the more people have the ability to travel, airlines, trains, cars, then it seems to be much more severe vectors of much more conducive to spreading that very, very widely. I stocked up on some yesterday. I hope it wasn't for nothing. Well, it's not like you're going to waste it, Matowix, right? Toilet paper has a good shelf life. Yeah, planes, subways, we're a much more mobile society, but that's now grinding to a halt. I don't know what the president's going to do. Targeted relief, let's all go on a cruise. I don't know. You know, sometimes money's not the answer to things. The good thing is your diet won't be affected. Ramen noodles, that's exactly right. My basic diet remains the same. Boston kitty cat at work on a break. Have a great night. All right, Boston kitty cat. Thank you, honey. You have a great night. Great night too. Toilet rolls never expire. Exactly. That's the good news about toilet rolls. I don't know what here's the other side of the coin about being a nomad. I don't know what the other nomads are going to be. There's some people that don't have a home base, and I'm not particularly thinking about Marshall, but there are, people that have been down in places like Quartzsite, Slab City, and I just think if the virus gets loose in those kind of places, then you're really screwed because of the substandard sanitation and other things out there. That's a real problem. Yeah, the ramen diet never looked so good. Exactly. Yeah, thank you, Di. So are you. Why are people getting toilet paper? Hey, Chef, how you doing? I guess you crap yourself like crazy if you get it, Chef. I don't know. Be careful in your restaurant. You better lock down your toilet paper, Chef. You're gonna get this constant. Hey, there's no toilet paper in the ladies' room. I was like, oh shit. Chef's like, we got no toilet paper in the restaurant. You know what you got to do, Chef? You got to shut the bastard down at that point. Yeah, it's fun. And don't shake hands. Exactly. Don't shake hands. That's the key too. But what are these people going to do that are full timers in vans? Like I said, I think that they're at the very highest risk of. Just by virtue of the fact that they're in Walmarts all the time. And I'm going to be amongst them very soon. Walmart, supermarkets, 7-Elevens, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, restaurant, casinos, all that. I mean, out on the street, meeting people, it really is a much higher risk. Yeah, insane Chef, let me tell you, brother. You best lock down that toilet paper. All right. Or put a sign up in your bathrooms there. Just request people, please use both sides. Yeah, chicken wingy. Yeah, that's it. Please use both sides. So I will be following the Sun info on his top 10 videos on his play. Okay. Cheryl says I wore gloves around the ops day, didn't touch elevator. Good for you, honey. Good for you. Don't go to stores that have manual door. Yeah. I mean, when I leave a bathroom, ladies' room, I always take a towel and I'll open the door. I don't ever just put my hand after I just wash my hands to go handle the doorknob or the door pull to get the hell out of the bathroom. Well, that's my feeling. Matowix says people can't go on forever using hand sanitizer and masks. Eventually, they'll catch it. Well, I think we don't know what the virus will do. It'll probably, may burn itself out. We don't know. I mean, the Spanish flu just disappeared, right? It just disappeared. That was it. What is this? It's a chat room, Alan. So Cheers. Yeah, please use both sides. Yeah, you got to be careful. Careful, Missy. Got to be careful, honey. Gots to be careful. Hey, JJ Superstar. Yeah, it's your brain on drugs. So Wednesday, I will be on the road. You can't sanitize every time you use an ATM machine, or it gets tiresome. Well, I've kind of been in the opposite end. I did wash my hands after using the restroom and things, but I've never been one to be ultra. I do believe a certain amount of exposure can be good for building up some immunity too. Let's see. I guess people think they're going to run out the insane, but it's getting out of control. I mean, how much do you poop in 2 weeks? Yeah, it's like Mouse Toe says, if you don't eat, right? Women testified by St. Louis. Her dad and sister broke at home quarantine and went to a school. Oh, broke the quarantine and went to a school dance. It's going to be very difficult in the United States. Okay, thank you, Hop Frog. You think it might just found his home on Google? Okay, good. Okay, I appreciate that. Let's start tentatively putting a few. Try to see if we can do something out there. I'm not guaranteeing anything. Yeah, I keep paper towel in my pocket. Just have hand dryers. There you go. That's the deal. I carry a bottle of alcohol, a Corona bottle. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what the story is. Now, this guy doesn't complain at all, right? And one good thing that people were doing, I think, with Eric and Michelle, they're giving them a little more step up in what I call, I don't want to say daily support, but a few dollars here and there, which is nice, which is great. There was a prepper channel that broke down approximately how many rolls you might use in a year. That's pretty cool. Take a travel pack, right? You can strap it on your belly rather than. But thank you, Kitty. Yeah, sure. Well, I've got my hand sanitizers that were already sent to me. I actually have 2 bottles of them that Katie sent me from Mississippi that I've accumulated over here. Yeah, so that's been really really good. That's been really nice. Can Eric be monetized with... I believe he's already monetized, Patricia. I mean, I donated on... I've been hitting his super chat, so I think you have to be monetized to have super chat. How do you feel about Black Bugatti? I don't know. I commented on his video today. Hey, more color for YouTube, right? He's a friend of mine. I've spoken to him on the phone before. He's an interesting guy. Yeah, he is monetized already. Every time I go visit someone in the hospital, I get a cold or flu. I think a lot of these places are on lockdown, these care facilities and things like that. Lockdown on a 4-pack of Purell on Amazon. It was out of stock in minutes. Wow. I guess that's going to be the norm for a couple weeks. Nocturnal. I don't know when it'll all end. With lotion, shake it up. You can take the hell did they say? Bleach and vinegar and do a disinfectant. I don't know. Everybody's kung fu fighting. I guess they are. Proof soap is actually better than hand soap. Breaks down the outer protein layer of the virus. Sanitizers mainly for bacteria. You can make your own sanitizer. So we'll see. I expect a pretty good bounce back tomorrow morning. Then we'll see what the president's plan is here. That'll be interesting. Vinegar and alcohol. There you go. Travels on refill at bus stations. I think I've got quite a few bottles of that actually, because the ladies were concerned last summer. Rosie, you know you're on the road, right? Uh, Main thing is to live life, though. But you know that people are starting to hunker down now. Service workers are getting a little worried. People don't want to go out and less and less in fast food places and even fine dining establishments and places like that. They just are concerned. The president didn't even know people died from the flu, yet his grandfather died from it years ago. Yeah. Oh, Help Me says that germaphobe before all this. Do not mix bleach and ammonia, exactly. No, Patricia, here's the new plan. The new plan is a surprise. Patricia, I looked at the weather forecast for Las Vegas, and honey, I'm not going to go down to Vegas when it's like 3 days of 60 to 70% chance of showers and rain. I'm going to Vegas when I see that big yellow ball day after day on the weather channel. Well, that big yellow ball isn't coming until like later in the week. So I communicated today. We were texting a bit back and forth today. We've laid in a new plan. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. I want you guys to be surprised. And we will be starting in the sunshine. And then there's a horrific storm that's coming through Southern California. It's going to drop 2 inches of rain over San Diego, over Vegas, over Arizona. I don't want to be, I'm not going to be in that stuff, okay? I'm not going to be in that. So the weather has gone ahead and sidetracked that, but I'm still hitting the road. Okay, so it'll be a good surprise. You're going to be really, really happy. And I'm going to be happy because I'm going to a place and I'm going to be meeting somebody who is going to be excited to see this place, okay? And I'll put it that way, and that's going to make it really cool. Now, how is it going to be with the life? How is it going to be at, am I going to boondock or not? I haven't quite decided. How's it going to be for eating? How is it going to be on the streets? I have no feel. I mean, it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. We're going to be like in an alternate weird universe of just seeing how people are and how they're responding to things. And things could be worsening now. I'm expecting this, I don't want to seem like Gertie Gloom because I'm a happy person and I'm an optimistic person by nature, but the current stock downdraft that we're in, I have a gut feeling that we have probably not even achieved the halfway point of this this initial decline. Now that could sound horrifying to you, but given the violence of the moves and the persistence of what's happening, it does have some historical precedences. Things could shift on the road. There could be a general quarantine put in place. We have to be on our toes. I don't want to get locked into some place and then I'm stuck. Hey, Mike Jordan, I don't know. I don't know, right? Please sanitize your hands before you type in my chat, okay? Make sure your hands are clean before you type in the side chat, all right? Yeah, bye, Nathan. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, doof. All right, yeah. So it's going to be exciting. As I said, Patricia, it's the Chinese curse of may you live in interesting times, right? So we're living in extremely interesting times right now. And let's get down on ground level and let's see how society's reacting to all of this and see what the hell's going on. I mean, canceled parades. They canceled Coachella down in San Diego, which is the annual Jazz festival, big time thing. Yeah. Chef said if you go to Lachlan, the median age is 80, so you have to go to the casino to to protect yourself. The good news is, as we get into summer and spring in the Southwest, housing prices, hotels, motels become dirt cheap because the snowbirds are all getting out of Dodge. Will they or won't? I don't know. You know, I'm assuming they're going to go home. So, you know, that's the good news that Coachella, yeah, Coachella, whatever the hell it is. Good night, Carrie. I don't know. I can't afford to go there. That's all I know. So, let's see. Good night. Leaving a 5. Okay, yeah, Carrie Joe, you and me are both going on the road. Jen's, we're hitting some home runs tonight. Yeah. I have to tell you, Jen's my ace pitcher. Okay. I should say, she's my cleanup hitter on the channel. Okay, and she likes knocking the ball right dead over the center field fence, 425 feet straight away center field, baby. Yes, use both sides of the toilet paper. Not locked down, but vitals every shift in conducting mass education, inventory stocking of PPEs. Meanwhile, that's right, Chris. Meanwhile, thousands are still dying from regular flu outbreak, but they're generally people that have compromised immune systems. Jen, like, I'll sneak in the curve. Oh, you're going to be on the other coast. Okay. Yeah, they canceled the St. Patrick's Day parade down here. Yes, it did. What's up, Rory? How you doing, honey? Yeah, that's 2-ply. Give one to her, right? Jen likes to sneak a curve in. So, Patricia, it's going to be exciting. I like to live on the edge. What are my chances of getting sick? They're terrifically heightened compared to the average person, I would say. But I don't know. I don't know. I can't just sit around the house, right? Just doing my nails. There you go. Yeah, that's my biggest fear, is that I get locked down in another city and we just have some general, you know, if stuff gets bad enough, they just throw a hammer down and just ban travel. And then it's like, woo, that'll be cool. Yeah, I don't want to be sick. I think I'll be well. So, I mean, remember, what do we have? I don't know how many, I guess the cases are multiplying exponentially here. The big risk is the hospitals just get overwhelmed. There's not enough durable medical equipment and disposable medical equipment to intubate people, and you just start stacking them up in hallways, and then it becomes really terrible. Slots lover, how you doing, sweetie? Yeah, I'd be streaming from the military tent. Lights out. Not for me. Put Vicks on your feet. Yeah, FEMA coffins. Let's go visit a FEMA camp. So you are not. The bottom line is you are not going to be disappointed on Wednesday. Okay. I have somebody that is very excited about the destination that we are going to, and I'll leave it at that. Okay. And it's going to be sunny, it's going to be bright, and that's the real bottom line. That's what I really need. And then we'll be making our way down, through the Southwest, back to Vegas, over to, I would like to get into Scottsdale, see that, go down to Yuma. I'm going to try to compress a lot into I have to be back like the 28th, so I have like 18 days, 16 days of travel for this first burst. So that should be good. There isn't really a cure, so steer clear of a hospital. Yeah, seniors are more vulnerable, and also those with compromised immune systems have to be really careful. I've told Missy Jen, I've begged her get all of your shopping in one blast so that you do not have to leave the house. Remember, Jen is on infusion therapies, and that takes away your T cells. It takes your immune system down. So she's at the highest theoretical risk. Just text me who it is. It's going to aggravate. Who is what, Jen? Who's what? What? What did I do? Who's what? What? Did I just make a weird riddle or something? What am I going to text you? Who? Oh, Dee's going to be with me, Jen. Dee, I'm meeting up with Dee. I'm sorry. Yeah. Dee and I are going to meet up. We were initially going to meet in Las Vegas, but there's flooding rains coming to the southwest, and I don't want to. I'm not going to be in that. I'm going to ditch. I'm not going to be unless I can absolutely avoid it. The beautiful thing about the Southwest is when the rainy season is over, there ain't no rain, and I like that. So we just have to get through. Yeah, it's going to be D. I've not heard from Marshall. Marshall doesn't have the financial wherewithal or interest to travel, and that's fine. I think he's biding his time to head back to Chicago, and that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, I'm traveling with somebody who genuinely wants to do the travels, to see the sites, interact, and contribute, and also live stream and do some videos. I'm going to do a lot more recorded content as well as live streaming. I thought that was part of the mystery. No. I thought I said it before that Dee and I were kind of communicating. How you doing, Garrett? Eric, you were. I did a review. I believe it's on the Rosie Murphy channel of the Coachman Inn in Salt Lake City. And I did a review. Dee and I ate there. Okay, and yes, I always do restaurant reviews on the road, and it's one that we reviewed. We went in there, I think it was a senior special, and we could not believe how cheap the prices were. Dee and I kept asking ourselves, you'll see in the video and the reviews that we did afterward, we asked each other, maybe one of my mods can find that Coachman restaurant. We kept asking ourselves, how in the hell can this restaurant survive with these prices? And it was absolutely amazing. YouTube Jack, unless that's fine. Hey, Big Sexy, I got that. Madowix, I think that weather may be a little risky. Thank you. You have to cross 3 mountain ranges to get out of here. Okay, California is very unforgiving. The West is. You've got to go over the the Sierras. You've got to cross the Wasatch Mountains, and you've got to get over the Rockies. That's what, 1900. That's 2,200, 2,500 miles of travel coming up. So. Do the math. 2,500. You're going to need probably 300 gallons of gasoline. All right, it's going to be a tough trip, and it's not something I don't have to worry about. Bella said, Rosie, I don't think you realize how much you help people daily. I don't do anything, Bella. I just entertain. But I appreciate that, honey. That's sweet. Celeste, packing for a trip. I am too tomorrow, honey. I'm going to be on the road. Nice to see you, the beautiful Celeste. Yeah, Eric, we were talking about kicking around some ideas. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I don't know if you're going up to Detroit, you're going back to Vegas, or what you're doing. Hopefully we'll have a chance to meet up and talk a little bit about your situation and see if we can get sort of a more organized thing to try to understand your situation a little bit. And I'm never going to do a GoFundMe. I'll just put it out. I will never do a GoFundMe. But, reaching out to agencies and things to try to make something happen. Going to Texas and New Mexico. I'm headed down to Arizona, California, and Mexico, honey. Yeah, never ever will I ever do a. I've never done a GoFundMe, so I just won't get involved in that. I will never touch. I will never touch money. Let's see here. I want to go down to Arizona. There's some people that have a goat there. Well, yeah. So we'll see. Eric, you should drop me a Gmail at icanmakeitLikeNew@gmail.com. All right, take care, Bella. Drop me a Gmail. icanmakeitLikeNew@gmail.com, and send me your phone number or something so we can communicate. Okay. Yeah, right now you're not going to be able to keep a goat right now, Eric, unless you can mount it on the hood of your Chevy. So that's going to be problematic. That's going to be really... Eric, nice hood ornament on that thing. Bah. There's a viral video. That's funny as hell. Into the wind, right? Biffy the goat. Bah, what the fuck's going on? Hey, there's a truck now. Yeah, an interactive, yeah, the Mobile. Yeah, there's an interactive, interactive hood ornament out there. That's a riot, Cheryl. Yeah, feed the ornament. You come back and the thing's eating your hood. The hell happened to our bumper? It's Biffy. The hell happened to our tire? Biffy ate breakfast, that's what. Yeah, give me a second here. It might be on the Murphy channel. Hold on a minute, baby doll. Let me see if I can find that. I'll just put it into the general search. Hold on a minute, babe. Let's see. Coachman restaurant. Is it Coachman? Coachman. What happened to the seats? Yeah. Biffy has to eat, right? Let me see. So, let me see here. Yeah, here it is. Let me just copy this. 1,300 views on that. Let me copy this. All right. Here is. That was done 8 months ago. Let me put this in here. Here's the review of the Coachman restaurant I did. This is where Eric ate today. That was on the Rosie Murphy channel. And if you've not subscribed to that, please do. Okay, you're missing a lot of things. I'm sorry, man of X-Men. Your comments will never see the light of the chat. I have very strong filters on here, and I have the very best mods in the business. Yeah, Jen, sometimes I get frustrated. I just throw it into the general search box, the name of the restaurant, and I usually come out as the top, like the top review on it. So it was, Cheryl's like, feel free to walk back out. Yeah, so you want to make sure you watch that, because that's where I tend to do most of the reviews of things on the road is on that. Yeah, the Toyota Corona virus. You can even though Corona claims that they're not having any impact. In fact, sales are up 5% as more people stay home of Corona beer. Magalyn says, feel free to visit my home. Thank you. God bless everyone. Okay, well, where are you? In Tehran, or where is, what is that, Magellan or Magalyn? I gotta see this. Let me just let me see if I'm going to be visiting you. Do I have to bring a goat? Let me see. Let's see. Go to channel here. Let's see. Fried chicken livers with chocolate sauce. Okay. There you go. 2 days ago. That's cool. Yeah, that's... fried chicken liver with chocolate sauce. Cool. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure. Is that like a like a real specialty or something? I don't know. All right, let me get back to this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, do I got to bring a goat? Exactly. Got to go. Okay, take care, Joe Smith. Good to see you, sweetie. I got to get a new vehicle before I get a goat, like a bus or a Big Ben. Well, that's what you got to think about, Eric. Here's what you got to decide. The big decision you have to make, are you a nomad? In other words, do you and Michelle want to be on the road traveling the country and potentially the world? Or do you want to be back in Detroit living the life there? Because it's going to be very hard to travel with Biffy the goat, right? Because you get a van, right? You get a bus, you put Biffy in there, right? And you turn around, you get to your destination, and all of your bedding has been eaten, and your window blinds and the refrigerator door. Okay, I mean, you gotta be realistic about Biffy traveling with you. Okay, now the question is, do you want to be a nomad, or do you want to be, in other words, how important is the goat? Could you get a goat hood ornament? Could it be like a surrogate goat, like a blow-up goat or a plastic goat or something, a light-up goat on the hood that you could mount up there, right? Something like that. That's it. Yeah, run your bus on garbage. YouTube has plenty. Just feed it in the tank. You can't take a dog. Exactly right. Dee was talking about, I'd like to get a dog, and I was just advising him, as fun as that might be, think about the life that dog is going to have when you're mobile and you're chooching. If you want to go to a club and you got to worry about, traveling with George, when Missy, Jen, and I did our 7,633 mile journey, we had to worry about, we couldn't take George into a restaurant with us, so he would be in the car kind of yapping. We'd have to make sure he was, to park in the shade. And we knew he'd be, and sometimes people would come in and say, whose MF dog is that? Who would leave a dog? And hey, well, you got to eat. So, yeah, put a blow-up goat or, something like that, like a goat hood Biffy. Yeah. Yeah, I've always been an adventurous person, Christine. Hey, Tanya. Take your Big Ben to the rancho where you can have Rosie mount the goat on the hood. No pun. You should check out Eric's gasifier. He's making fuel from branches, leaves, and other stuff. That's really wild. That's really wild. Yeah, Celeste, look what you stumbled into here. We're trying to figure out how you can mount a goat on the hood of a bus. Or make sure the goat doesn't eat your interior of your bus or your van while you're driving to your destination, and the handle's missing on your refrigerator door, and Biffy's like, yeah, that sucked. Yeah, mounting the goat, right? Wrong channel for that. We know where that belongs. Sorry, I'll stick to the ladies. Woo! I'll stick to the human species, right? Yeah, if it's a strong goat and the gas runs out, he might out. But that's what you got to decide. Are you going to be a traveler, or are you going to be home? That's the big thing. I got to think, although I don't really know you that well, I would have to kind of think that you were home and living in Detroit when all of this bad fortune, all this misery kind of came down around you, and it kind of pushed you out on the road. Now, I don't know that to be a fact. I'm just kind of guessing. If I'm wrong, then you can tell me. You need money to feed the goat. I don't know, Patricia. Can't you just stick it out on the median strip and tie it to a pole and let it? Hey, Aaron, let it kind of chew the grass, or take it to a field where it's all tasty little grasses and crap that are growing in there. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, staying home is safe, but it gets boring. It does matter because I can't do that. I just can't stay put. I'm getting blowback from some families. You know, like, well, you got to be crazy or whatever. Have it hooked up through your engine and fold up when the engine is turned off. That's right. It kind of inflates itself when you get underway. Hey, how you doing, JK? What's up? People rent out goats. They do. We have the people rent out goats to some of these abandoned lots that the state owns next to where the people were illegally camped. Usually when they're on the road with Mom, but I put him in his car and just walk in and put the bag under the table. That's pretty cool. How you doing? How you doing, Dave? You looking? I hope you feel. Oh, I feel good. Thank you, Tanya. Getting ready to hit the road always fires me up. You don't need money for a blow-up doll. That tie, just getting back after you. Find a place with the outdoor seating. Well, I don't know, Rory. It's a lot of responsibility. For me, it was a lot of responsibility. It was fun to be with George, but it was a lot of responsibility. Yes, that's what kind of having a post me out on the road was happier when I was traveling with my. But now I don't have my goat. Okay, so I guess it's a service goat, right? Service dog. There you go, Rory. Yeah. So what do you think, Celeste? I guess a service goat is as good as anything else, right? This is my service skunk. The pew. What one person been doing regarding let's see, the only place the question was the park. I grew up there and changed a lot. No dogs. Oh, weird. Okay. I don't know. I feel safer on the road, safer on the road than I do at a house. Well, there's your bottom line then, Eric. What you need to do is focus your attention on getting yourself, you know, a mini bus, maybe a short bus or something like that, and doing a conversion or a build out on that. Otherwise, you know, it's if you want to be on the road, then be a road warrior. That's all I can tell you. Okay, but you need to be able to travel economically, and you got to realize when you have a diesel or you know, a schoolie, shorty, something like that, you're still going to be burning a lot of fuel. Hey, Deb, how you doing? Yeah, that's it, Celeste. If I need help mowing my yard, yeah. Yeah, some chick tried to board a plane with a peacock. Being on the road is really safe for them. Being at my house, every time I get a house, I get robbed. Who finished that now job anyway? What job is Oh, yeah, send Eric to Bob Wells for help. There's a good idea. Lucky Beans. Hey, Rosie, mind if I ask you an all medical question? Nothing gross, I promise. Just want to see if anyone has had it or not. Hey, I guess so, Lucky Beans. Let her rip, honey. Let her rip. Interested to see what the question's going to be. So that's it, Eric. That's what I think you need to focus on. I mean, you can't put a goat in a Chevy, right? I mean, it's like looks like someone started a lawn and then you finished it, Rosie. Yeah, there you go, Rory. Home on Wheels Alliance. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe we'll. What I need to do is talk to Eric first. I can't speculate on things. It's very difficult. I don't know enough of his you know, I figure the first order, you got to be well versed in his backstory, and number two, does he even care about you know, people being involved in his life and things? That's an important matter. Some people like their independence. They'd like to do things themselves. So you have to be kind of tenuous. And have this in my neck. Honestly, just see if anyone else has had corrective surgery. Forgot that when you have nails, you can't take out your braces. That's funny. I got to be very careful about packing tomorrow. I haven't been on the road since I got back in October. Now I'm struggling to get these suckers out. Woo! So Rory's going to be delayed a little bit to get down to Vegas because, quite frankly, as I was saying earlier tonight, I'm not going down there when the weather is crappy and rainy. Read up, Rosie. There was my question. Let me see. Hold on a minute, Lucky. Let me scroll up here. Rose, mind if I ask you, no, man, nothing gross. I have this in my neck. I honestly just seeing if anyone else has had corrective surgery. I'm not sure what you have in your neck. I don't know. The key is overly. I always take plenty of underwear with me. Yeah, maybe Deb the RN has some insight. I know Line Screw, I believe, knows Bob Wells pretty well. Or maybe, you know, maybe my friend Camo Dave might be able to shed a little publicity and things. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what the question is. I'm kind of confused. No offense to you, Lucky. I met Boswell. He told me he couldn't afford to get me a van. It's me. It's to me are the people that need help. Oh, degenerative joint disease and nerve and no, I haven't, Lucky. Thank God. I'm not sure if any. I know I haven't. I wish I could help you, Lucky. I haven't had that surgery or anything like that. So sorry. That's got to be painful as fuck on that. Just saying. Right? Anything to do with back or neck, and it's so hard to treat too. It's so hard to have a successful outcome. You're welcome, Lucky Bean. I'm sorry I can't be more help, honey. I could consult the great Chairman Mao, but I don't know if the answer's in. Let me see if there's a medical to the little red book. Hold on a minute. Got to get past the pictures first. Get past the coronavirus here. Let's see. Dare to struggle and dare to win. Imperialism and all reactionaries are paper tigers. Yes. Relations between officers and men. That's interesting. Correcting mistaken ideas. Woo! Discipline. Youth, women, culture, and art. It's not going to be in there. Sorry about that. That's quotations from Chairman Mao, a.k.a. the Little Red Book. I had to study and memorize that for my undercover work. She goes to the medical book. That's great. Take your own toilet paper. Use both sides. Don't touch your face or shake hands. Have a safe trip. And, yeah, don't touch yourself down there. You don't want to be the next mutation of the coronavirus, right? Wake up in the morning and your balls are gone. Lucky Bean, the next shoots, God willing, will be Wednesday evening, probably Wednesday afternoon, just to do a little pop-up chooch, a little video, recorded video where we are. Try to do some type of review. And then we'll be underway. Chooching on Wednesday. So be there until maybe take off Saturday. Depends what we want to do around the area. Not going to be Vegas, Lucky. because the weather is not going to be good in Vegas Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday's lousy weather down there. They got a big storm coming into the southwest. Necrotizing fasciitis of the groin. There you go, Goldie. Woo! Try that at your next Scrabble game. Jay says, I was supposed to have back surgery in January. Surgeon wanted to do it. My advice is to reach and try rehab surgeries. Last, I've walked two-way, too many regret. I've talked two-way, too many regret. Okay. Yeah, there you go, Lucky Beans. You're in our group, honey. We give you we'll give you a big hug. Yes, Alex, I would like to. Pat Sajak, yes, Pat, I'd like to solve the puzzle, please. What is it? Necrotizing fasciitis of the groin. Correct. Let's see. Susan. Hey, Susan says, I watch, but I don't talk. Lucky Beans, ask your doc about radio frequency ablation. I have both of what you mentioned, and I get it done once a year. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Susan. Now, there's a hell of a good, see, that's why I love that. Thank you, Susan. Awesome. You can sit up front tonight. I want to give everybody tickets to VidCon. Now, give me a ticket, Eric. All right. I'll buy a cockatiel or something that doesn't cuss. I meet the executive director of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Fuck you. What's your channel again? Yeah, that's Elvis Travels. This channel has been terminated. Yeah, I don't think VidCon's going to be coming soon, Eric. I wouldn't be holding your breath on that, brother. I wouldn't be holding your breath on that. Let's see. They burn and kill the nerves, and the pain is gone until your nerves grow back. Could you imagine that, Missy? I demand to know what your channel is. That's the Elvis Travels channel. Yeah, I would think right now, you know, if they're canceling Coachella or whatever the hell it is, however you pronounce that, down in the desert, I don't know. Yeah, that's it, Celeste. It's all recorded on video. Oh, Rosie, did you say that? I don't know, man. I just froze up. I don't know. Sorry, man. Coachella, whatever the hell it is. I can't afford it. It didn't matter anyway. What the hell? I don't care. Yeah, Coachella would be a hell of I don't even know what the hell it is. It's just people with jazz and playing. It sounds expensive as hell, right? Yeah, it's the only thing that came to my mind. It was a word association game, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. I don't know what it is. It's crazy expensive. That's all I heard. Not jazz. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know. Just something else I'll never go to. I'm not going to go to Burning Man, right? It's people being themselves and just love, and you'd fit right in. What do they go? If they go topless, maybe I'll make a trip down. I just don't know anything like that works best. Is that okay? Good for you, Susan. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, it's the new Woodstock. Yeah. Sounds exciting. How you doing, Justin? That was really nice of you, Susan. And pop forward anytime. That's what I love about having the chat. There's always, you have 200 people in the chat. There's always somebody that's going to know something about what you need on here, and that's wonderful. I did too, Zeus. I thought it was like a Grateful Dead like gathering. I will survive. Yeah, there we go. Gina says Coachella was wonderful in the early days. We used to stay in La Quinta and go every year. Now it's run by a horribly homophobic a-hole. Wow. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Wow, Gina. Wow. Well, same thing at Burning Man. Used to be a simple festival, show up, clean up, and go. Now it's all these lotteries and all this crap. Wow. 2020 festival passes for general admission, $429 plus fees. I'd be embarrassed asking people to do something like that. To pay something like that, ask people, oh, donate so I can go to Coachella. Like, really? Phew. Dang, crazy. Yeah, we won't bite, Susan. we're not too bad. But isn't that cool, the way somebody will step forward and say, hey, I had this and I did that and that worked for, I like that. I like that. So we'll see. Yeah, you got to bring your own toilet paper. So we will see what occurs. We'll see if we can do something for Eric. The thing with wow, 2020 Festival Pass VIP is $999 plus fees. Oh, yeah, you could buy a couple you could buy 4 or 5 baby goats for that. I mean, that's insane, right? There you go, Celeste. I got a couple spots I've already taken the liberty of marking. You can nibble on them a little bit. I'm gonna bite my tongue. I don't want to. I would like you to come back to the chat. So. Yeah, I've taken the liberty of marking the spots with a circle in the appropriate areas. My friend spent over $3,000 in fees for a Super Bowl ticket. No. You know, JJ, watching on TV, and okay, so I got a crappy little TV. I watch one thing a year, the Super Bowl. But I got the best seat in the house for watching that. I get to see the replays. I get to, I can't do that. I used to go to basketball games, even college basketball games. They're like $50 tickets now for up in the nosebleed areas. Just the hell, screw it. What is it to sit courtside at a Golden State Warriors game now? $1,500 for a seat? Red Pill says, set clocks back tonight. Honey, you're a couple days late. Too expensive. Yeah, you see all angles of the game on your sofa. You know, you get some type of interesting commentary once in a while. So, hey, Jane, but I do agree it can be an experience, though. I got whiplash at the Guns N' Roses concert at Dodger Stadium in 1988. That's pretty cool. I think the same thing happened to me at a Poison concert. Every rose has its thorn. How you doing, Catherine? Nice to see you. So the bottom line on the travels and adventures is you guys really got some good adventures coming up for the after tomorrow. For it looks like 17 or 18 days. I do hope I don't get sick. Did you do a video in Johnstown after Johnstonville after the Russian River flood? I'm not sure what Johnstonville is. I did a video in Guerneville after the Russian River flood. I went in there. The flood water was 3 feet up in the streets. And the devastation was terrible there. And I took my camera around. I went into a shop. The guy was flooded out, had a small power tools for landscaping. Then I went back there with Marshall a couple months ago, and the guy went to the hospital, and they operated on the wrong leg or something. I felt real bad. I did. I'm not crazy about the coronavirus situation, so let me see something here. Let me see. Let me see if this is here. Yes, I did. When did I do that? That was in March 3rd of 2000. That was about a year ago. Let me copy this link. I went up with Missy Jen. Let me copy this. Put this into. This is the aftermath of the flooding. Missy Jen and I went up there, and we were able to go around and look at some of the shops. There's the flooding on the Russian River after that occurred in Guerneville. This year was a dry winter, thank goodness. We didn't have all that much rain. So whoever asked about that, there is the Guerneville. We saw terrible sights of flooding and destruction. Furniture pulled out of so many places. It was awful. Awful. All right. I'm so sick of that Corey Feldman. Hell. I guess I missed something on that. I don't know, but that was our video we did. It looked like an absolute war zone. You can see the thumbnail that's on that. It was horrific, the damage that was done up there. But they have it. It happened also in 1998. They were on the national news. There were houses going down the cliffs into the Russian River and stuff. So I mean, the water was so damn high on there. That was awful. All right, that was that. Just canceled all schools. You're welcome, Sean. There it is. Sugarcane, my sweetheart. You got a lot on your plate, baby, but I love you and I think about you all the time. Okay? Guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down now. I got a few things I need to do this evening. Gotta say, we'll get a little bit of relief tomorrow in the markets here. A nice little pushback rally, and then we'll see what happens. I think after that. So keep smiling, keep happy. Most of you live, as I do, in the great United States here, so be grateful for that. Much love to you all. Missy, I hope you feel better. Sugarcane, getting yourself under control. Don't beat yourself up, man. You are loved. All right, take care. Susan, thanks for popping in tonight. And Jen, thank you. Don't touch anybody. Don't touch. All right. Thanks, everybody.